You need to decode the secret patterns that are going on in your reality that are completely withholding your desired intentions. I'm going to give you in today's video 5 steps that if you follow through on these, you're going to start becoming a manifestation machine. I've given this to over 2,000 of my clients, and every single one of them that have worked this system have attracted in desires and intentionality with a different kind of flow than the average everyday person living in this field. We need to address first, what secret code am I talking about? What secret reality is going on in the invisible that you probably don't even know before actually watching this video today? Whatever recurring theme is going on in your life, it's a recurring resistance. It could be something like we're going to cover today. You have a lot of money come in, and then you have a lot of money come out. It's this recurring theme that's over and over, and you're tired of it. There may be something else that's a recurring theme in your life, something that isn't allowing yourself to move forward in an area of life, or a challenge that's constantly and chronically coming into your life that you no longer want. Whatever that is, whatever challenge, whatever difficulty, whatever thing is going on in your life here, we want to understand that it seems like the universe, the world at large, is pushing against us or is against us in some sort of way. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you do, this recurring theme is still in your life. No matter how many videos you watch, no matter how many courses you take, no matter how many coaches and teachers you learn from, no matter how many books you dive into and develop into yourself, you'll see that this recurring resistance still stays no matter how hard you try. The very reason for this is that this recurring pattern that we're doing the example of having money in and money go out as a recurring pattern in your life is because we are pushing against it mentally, spiritually, physically, energetically. And every time we push against the resistance that's coming into our life, whatever you resist persists, as I'm sure you've heard before. So we find ourselves in this reality trap. This reality trap is a wave of frequency that doesn't seem to allow us a better life. It doesn't seem to allow, no matter how many affirmations you do or intentions you set, seems like the same results keep coming in the same pattern. And even when you do have more money come in, just the same amount seems to go out, and you never carry an abundance or a lavish amount of money that you can breathe and feel relief with. As this frequency field is in your aura, everything that's coming into your life is responding as a mirror, and that mirror is your mirror of consciousness. So what's really going on here is every time we resist what's coming on or into our life, we are subconsciously and consciously creating a duplicate to have happen again in the future. So it's not that the universe or somebody is doing something against us. What we're doing is actually self-creating through this divine mirror our future circumstance every single time we resist it. We resist anything that's going into our life through emotionally reacting to it. So as soon as I have money come in, at the end of the month I don't have any money left and I get frustrated. So I am in a state of pressing this circumstance back in through my consciousness. So I could be resisting something through my emotions. I could be resisting something through my physical body or reality. If money comes in, money goes out, at the end of the month I'm so stressed out that I am chronically still spending the same amount of money and justifying why I need to go ahead and do that. I could be resisting something based on mentally my recurring stuck thoughts. I could be resisting something spiritually and doing a spiritual bypass of some sort. The resistance is in many forms, most always emotionally. Resentful, frustrated, hopeless, depressed, agitated. Every single one of these emotions are sending right back to this divine mirror the thing that's coming in, you're about to manifest yet again next month. Now, it's because the universe does not respond to our words, it responds to our vibration. The language of the universe is vibration. So as we're starting to understand this, we really see that much of this world is so invisible to us that this is a thing we need to decode, because we keep manifesting from this frequency field. No matter how many affirmations you do, no matter how many visualizations you do, these are just little jolts to try and get out of this frequency, and then we go back. And then you do another self-development or personal development exercise, and it kind of helps you almost squeak out of this, and then you go back. So no matter how much work you do, no matter how much study you do, no matter how much movement, it just constantly is pushing you back into this same theme. And it can be very frustrating, which then entails this is going to happen yet again. So step one here in this entire process that we're covering in a very deep wavelength is understanding what resistance is coming in to your life. So R is for resistance. And identify that, and usually there's more than one. We're covering money in, money out, but some of my clients as well will have chronic fatigue and tiredness. No matter what they do, they're constantly tired. Another one of those may be a recurring theme in your personal relationship or relationships with friends and family, a recurring theme that's playing out. A recurring theme may be internally of unworthiness or undeserving of some sort of result or thing. You're feeling that way chronically. Whatever recurring resistance is coming in, I want you to go ahead and write that down in the comments below. For now, we're going to go ahead and use this common one of I have a certain amount of money come in, and then I have a certain amount of money go out. Now, you don't have to use this example, but this is a classical one that's very simple, and people get at a money plateau. No matter what they do, they seemingly have about the same money. The second point here that's starting to get into the depth of this is future. What future do we anticipate when we finally have arrived? When we finally have so much money come in and almost no money go out, what future am I seeing for myself when this resistance is not here? Well, one of those futures is emotions. I'm going to finally feel relief. Or I'm going to finally feel significant. I'll finally feel successful when I have $1 million net worth. I'll finally feel like I'm somebody when I have a lot of money in my bank account, right? Emotionally. And then also physically, I'm going to feel like I'm set. I'm set to go on vacations. I have no more debt. I can be living life a lot greater. So I'm projecting this possible financial intention. Once I have this resistance and it's not happening anymore in my life, I'll finally feel relief and I'll finally feel set for life. Now, moving forward here, and I'm going to go into more depth on how we're going to cover these, is our third step. And this is A with a little 1 here. The A with a little 1 is what actions am I saying yes to that no longer serve me, that no longer serve this invisible reality I'm finding myself in. So one of those actions may be spending a lot of money. No matter how much money comes in, I seemingly spend everything. And I justify why. Because the kids needed this, because I needed this, because the debt needed to be clear, because bills needed to be paid, etc. So I am chronically spending. And another one of these actions I'm saying yes to is maybe feeling like I'm unworthy. I'm unworthy to have abundance. I feel like it's bad somehow. My mom or dad used to tell me that it's not good to have a certain amount of money in your checking account or your savings account. It's, oh my gosh, that's too much money, right? So there's this judgment and criticism that maybe circle in your psyche as this secret underworld, if you will, invisible world that's happening. Now, before we go into action 2 and our 5th step here, we need to understand that these need to be wiped away. We need to not only cover this resistance, but we need to detach from this dream fantasy future. And we need to stop saying yes to these actions that are promoting this recurring theme. So then we need to start looking at what actions am I saying no to that I need to be doing right now. So one of those may be, I really need to start a side hustle or a side business to help myself bring in some more money. That might not be you. You might be an entrepreneur and you might have a business going. I'm just giving an example here. So maybe I'm saying no to side business. Okay, that might be an example. What else am I saying no to that's promoting money in, money out? Well, I might be saying no to saving money. And I justify why, because I don't have enough money. Scott, what's going on here is I have so much money coming in and money going out. How could I possibly save? So I'm saying no to saving because it seems impossible from the place I'm in. Okay, so again, this is action 1. What are you saying yes to that no longer serves you? And action 2, what are you saying no to that you need to start saying yes to? And the final step here is identity. What identity is causing this recurring theme to happen? So in this case, this might be a lack victim. Okay? This person that's in this money in, money out feels like no matter what they do, they feel helpless, they feel powerless, they feel like this is impossible to actually change. It feels like no matter what they do, nothing's working, so they start to feel victimized from this place. That might not be you. Again, this is a general example. You could be a lack creator. You're convinced that you are the creator of your reality, but you're sitting in a lack frequency chronically. Even if you have $100,000 come in, you have $100,000 go out. That's still lack in some sort of way because we're not holding the capacity to keep the money. So as we start to look at this, what needs to happen from these steps is we need to essentially do the opposite. So we need to start figuring out, what do I need to do in order to start changing this theme? And this is why we're decoding it. This is part of the 5-step process to decode the reality, to start aligning yourself with the reality you're looking for. So the first thing here, we want the intention of lots of money in and lessening the money out. That's simple enough. Obviously you understand that, and I know on the video these words are a lot smaller for you to see. That's okay. Listen into this and really just see where I'm writing. That'll be helpful enough. So that's the first thing here. We decide on, well, what is it that we're needing and wanting in intention? What's the opposite to the resistance? Number 2, when I get to this fantastic future of having tons of money in, tons of money out, what needs to happen is you are neutral. You're not excited that there's tons of money coming in. You're not excited that things have changed in your world. You are neutral, and it's as if it's normal. It's always been that way. So we need to create a neutral feeling, not huge relief and I'm set for life and everything else, because even when you have tons of money come in, you're not set for life. There's a lot of things that could happen. You need to prepare yourself. You need to plan financials and grow and expand chronically, constantly, and increasingly throughout your life in a positive direction. Okay, so we want to set all of this. I need to start being more neutral around money and that future. Instead of dreamy and, oh my gosh, once I finally have the money, things would change. Instead, I need to start being neutral. The action on 1 here, I need to lower my spending and increase my worthiness. Okay, so what I need to start saying no to is that I start lowering my spending. I need to start saying yes to having the idea of lowering the amount of money that's going out. Now, a lot of people say, well, Scott, you don't understand the circumstances. No, I do understand, because I've been in these places a million times over, and I've coached over 2,000 clients through these processes. And money in, money out is the number one thing that we've covered with my 2,000 clients. So within this place, we want to decrease spend. Well, how do you do that? You're going to form a money meeting for yourself every single month. You're going to schedule this on your calendar, and you're going to spend 2 hours with yourself. Nobody else is around. And you're going to sit down. You're going to open up your laptop or computer. Usually it's easier in that desktop. You can do it on your phone, but it's easier if you have something where you can type. You're going to get out a spreadsheet. You're going to open up your bank statements, and you're going to go through every single one of your transactions. You're going to say, what am I spending here? 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 And then after you do that, what you're going to do is find, how can I 100%, if I had to, it's a life and death scenario right now, if I had to save $200 a month from here on out, what $200 worth of stuff can I get rid of so that next month I'm up $200? This is going to be very challenging to a lot of people because they're like, I want this and I need this and I need this and I need this. But you probably don't need the different, you have Netflix maybe and Amazon Prime and XYZ, Paramount. You have so many of these video subscriptions. Well, can I just go with one for a month, right? I have this subscription, I also buy this, and I bought this. Do I really need this stuff? Can I actually sell some of the things I bought because I don't actually want them in the first place? So find this. Now, I wouldn't decrease your spend on personal development. So that's number one, I would say, in your priorities list. Your essential household needs and your personal development are first two that you keep. Everything else that's a luxury, you get rid of as much as possible. Increasing your worthiness by following through on any practices, any exercise, any things that you can find on worthiness. We got videos on this on the channel as well. So that's going to be one of your number one things. And changing your actions. You're doing the opposite. Instead of free spending all the time, you're going to start tracking your spending. Okay? Now, you might already do that. Again, this is a general example because I want to frame this in such a way you can decode your reality through an example. It's a little easier. Okay? Action 2. If you're saying no to a side business, again, this is an example. You might not be doing this, but if you're saying no to a side business, you are going to start on your calendar spending 2 hours per week starting and scaling your side business. Now, even if you have kids and you have a 9-to-5 job and you got a million things going on, everybody can find 2 hours in their week. There's a lot of hours in the week. It doesn't have to be 2 hours in one go. It could be 10 minutes every night after the kids go to sleep. Or it could be 10 minutes every single morning before you go to work. It could be 10 minutes at your lunch hour, if that's possible, during your 9-to-5 in order to do this. Or if you're a business owner and entrepreneur, you say, I'm going to go ahead and take a break at 1 p.m. every day, no matter what. I can't have a meeting then, Monday through Saturday, and I'm going to spend 15 minutes working on this side project, side gig to increase business, right? So you find a way to switch over what you're doing, and then you're also, that money you're going to save. In this example, we lowered spending by $200. You're going to put that $200 into your savings right now. Now, that might be a challenge. That might not be. It might be like $200. That's ridiculous. I'm going to start doing $2,000, right? If you can't do $200, start with $2. I can't tell you how many clients have told me, Scott, I can't save money. I never have enough. I said, no, you can. The difference here is you don't have a habit of saving. It's a big difference. Because everybody can save, I know I have 200 here, but $2. Everybody can save $2. If you save $2 this month, you've already changed your field. And you can no longer tell me that just as much money coming in is just as much going out. What's going on here is you're going to start to say, I had a lot of money come in, but you know what? I'm +2. Instead of being +0 at the end of the month, I'm +2. Your entire identity is going to start shifting. And next month, guess what's going to happen? I can't wait to do $4. And then next month, you start getting in a rhythm. You're like, I can't wait to do $8. I can't wait to do $20. I can't wait to do $50. I can't wait to do $100. And before you know it, you are the person that finds money to save. You're lowering your spending. You're keeping a neutral feeling, not attached to a dream world, fantasy Disney movie of like, once I get there, everything's going to be sunshine and rainbows. I'm increasing the money that's coming in. I'm decreasing the money that's going out. which leads me to the final one. My identity is an abundant creator. My frequency is one of abundance. I had 2 of my clients, one-on-one mentoring clients, recently do this. I won't share their names because this is all very personalized, custom to them, and we don't share any details unless they approve of it. We will see if they'll approve of sharing their stories here upcoming. It was two different women, so just I can at least give you the gender. They live in the United States here, and one of them had no money in savings, and me and my assistant coach helped her start saving $1,000 to $2,000 per month. Now she's upwards to plus $40,000 in her savings in 1 year. But prior to then, she would have told us, I can't save. I don't have enough money to do that. For the last 5 years, I just, no way, that this doesn't happen this way. She runs her own business. She also is trying to start her online business, so she's got a ton going on here. We helped her establish the identity of an abundant creator, and boom, it happened. Another one who lives in Arizona, she was also in the same spot. There was just no money, always money in, money out, constantly. There's something else. I need to fix the car. I need to get this thing. So there's always something manifesting to make sure the money that came in, that was money going out. She started to save as an abundant creator, decrease her spending, increase her worthiness, made sure neutrality was a big thing. And now she also has several $1,000s in savings, good to go. She's in a better place. Now, we're making this video about the theme of money in, money out, but I'm talking about these are very practical steps that start to decode your reality. It starts to shift this movement into a secret world that's like, wow, something different is happening. You're doing it through action and also internal consciousness, deciding on a different reality, thinking differently, feeling differently, embodying a different identity, which allows your frequency to shift. So this is not only practical, but it's also increasing your field, and you start to manifest better. Both of these 2 clients have manifested way more good things into their life over the last 9 to 10 months that we've been working with them as well. So it's not only that, okay, now they have more savings, but their field has been cleaned up so that they can manifest a lot better and easier into their life. So they're decoding the reality, they're moving the different things. Now, for example, if this was one about you're always tired, sleep is just so hard to come by, you're always drained. Well, we could go through the same sequence here. That's the resistance. The future is like, finally, when I can get enough sleep, finally, when I have enough money that I can rest more and everything else, I'll finally feel energized. I'll finally feel like I can give myself permission to sleep in. And in action, they're saying yes to that's no longer serving them is drinking tons of caffeine, energy drinks, and coffee. By the way, I suggest none of that. I have 0 caffeine for the last 3 years, and it's been the most pristine energy I've ever had in my life. So I encourage you, if you haven't already, get off the caffeine. So action item number 1, and by the way, I used to drink a lot of caffeine, a lot. Energy drinks to 3 cups of coffee here and there. And some people say, well, Scott, I only drink 1 cup of coffee. I don't care if you drink 1 cup, 0 or 2 cups, 10 cups, whatever it is. Even if you drink 1 cup of coffee, I promise you, if you get off that, you're going to be a different energy field, 100%. It's happened to every client I've ever given it to, especially me, is a personal experience. So another action they might be saying yes to, but it's no longer serving them, is saying, I need to grind it out, wake up at 5 a.m. every single day and sleep 6 hours to take advantage of the day, right? So they keep saying yes to these things, but it's no longer serving them. Same thing, we go through no. What are they saying no to that they need to say yes to? They need to clean up their sleep atmosphere, and they need to get a white noise, blackout curtains, cool down the room, have proper sleep hygiene, and maybe take a certain meditation before bed or something to clear out their mind if it's chronically racing and things, right? But they're saying no to that because I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money to get all these extra cool things, right? And we find another action, their identity is one that's a sleepless victim. They just feel like no matter what they do, they can't change it. We shift over here and they start doing different things. They start thinking about it differently. They start giving themselves permission, saying, I'm going to sleep in 10 hours if I can every day this week. Now, that might not be possible with your job or with your circumstances, but you say, what is possible? I'm going to go to bed 30 minutes earlier tonight and every day for 5 days straight. I'm going to do a meditation practice before bed so I can be more mindful and less thinking. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have half the caffeine I've been taking so that my circadian rhythm and everything else internally is going to start balancing itself back out, and I'm not relying on the morning kick and the afternoon kick and then the 5 p.m. kick from caffeine, right? Getting off even no melatonin intake so that my body naturally supplies the melatonin I need with the circadian rhythm. Right. So I'm doing all these things that are going to help me stop being in this, I hate this, I'm resisting this, I'm so frustrated about this, keep doing the same thing. So in essence, this is allowing you to decode your reality into allowing these secret patterns that we don't even know is happening in the background to ultimately allow ourselves to manifest easier and faster. But these secret realities that are going on here, we don't even know. We know what the resistance is, but we don't know that every single time we resist, the universe pushes right back at us. Every time we resist again, what's happening here is we're creating a duplicate event to happen in a month from now, a week from now, a year from now. So every single time we're resisting, it's really pushing against us yet again. Super practical. Follow through on this. Use the comment section below as your note-taking section, but also share a little bit. What's your resistance? What's your future projection that you have that you're attached to? It's like a dream world. What set of actions are you saying yes to? What set of actions are you saying no to? And what identity is promoting a lot of this? And use the comment section below to actually practically apply it. Our manifestation family that you're a part of here on the channel will help you. It's going to help you understand more about this, and then you put actions over here. Here's what I'm about to do from this place. So if you haven't already, though, subscribe to our channel. As our manifestation family here is growing, it's expanding, everyone's getting to know each other much better, and allowing ourselves to be in a place where we're supporting each other energetically to manifest the greatest things that we possibly can manifest in this physical lifetime. And if you want any help with this, we have in our description below our courses, group coaching, as well as mentorship one-on-one with me as well. So if you want to have me one-on-one do all of this work, like done kind of with you situation, let me know by scheduling a call in the description below. After you schedule a call, the next page will have our program overview, what's included, what's not, how does it work, what's the structure, what's the investment, all that stuff. And we're very transparent. We'll show you everything even before you get on a call. Okay, so then you know all the details. We can have a really nice, genuine conversation. Is this something for you? Is it not? That's okay if it's not. It's okay if it is. We'll talk more about it and see what kind of questions we can answer for you as well. But everything tools-wise in the description below, but you have lots of tools here as well to practically go at this, see what you can figure out for yourself, allow yourself to start moving forward. And I know 100% without a doubt that if you follow through on this, things are going to move. You're going to notice things changing, and your life can transform to a whole new next level. Scott Haug signing off here. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.